Hey, I'm Dave. I'm your RONA expert, and today we're talking about doors, but not just any doors. We're going to learn to install a pocket door. We're going to kick it up a notch with this project, so it's not for the faint of heart, but I'm sure you'll agree. When it's all done, it is totally worth it. Here's a list of all the tools we'll be working with. Now, since we're taking things apart today, before you start your project or purchase any materials, make sure that your wall is neither load-bearing, has any plumbing or electrical behind it. But once you've confirmed that, we're good to go. Measure your door's opening and the adjacent wall to make sure you have enough space. Next, remove the moldings, and here's a tip: use an X-Acto knife to cut through the latex caulking. It'll make it easier to remove. You'll need to remove your door's frame so that the pocket door frame can be inserted into the wall. The pocket door frame might be bigger than your door's opening, but don't worry, everything is adjustable. Measure the height and width of your pocket door frame. Mark the frame's dimensions on your drywall using a level. Now you know the exact space that's going to need to be cleared. Cut the drywall along your guidelines with an oscillating tool. Remove the drywall from both sides of the wall. If the pocket door frame is larger than your door's opening, be sure to adjust the opening accordingly. Now we need to modify the wall's interior structure in order to install the pocket door frame. First, measure the space between the studs and the height to build new brackets. According to your measurements, cut the 2x4s to the right length. Using a level, install the new 2x4s to complete the structure. Once that's done, you can cut the studs. Another step to keep in mind: this is a good time to paint your door and frame if they're made of natural wood. That way, they'll dry while you finish the job. We're ready to assemble the pocket door frame. Start by attaching the header to the rest of the frame. Then you can insert it into the opening. Now, it's important to make sure that it's level so that the door works perfectly. Use shims when necessary. Once you've double-checked that everything is level, you can secure the frame to the rest of the structure by directly screwing it in. The last step is to trim any shims that might be sticking out. It's time for the door. For starters, install the bumper on the inside of the frame, as well as the fastening latch on the door. They need to sit 2 inches from each edge and be well centered. Once that's done, place the wheels on the rails. Don't forget to inverse the direction of the wheels for added stability. You'll need to line up the door to connect to the screws from the latches with the wheels, and then close the bracket to secure them into place. You may need help with this step. However, you can simplify the process by propping the door up. There you go. The door is installed. Now you'll just need to place the guides at the entrance so the door is centered. Once that's done, you can test it to see if it rolls properly. It's time to tackle the wall. Cut a sheet of drywall to the right size and screw it into the wall's interior structure. Use shorter drywall screws to avoid damaging the door. Don't forget the small space above the door. Next, put some tape over all the joints before applying the plaster. Now you're ready to pull all the joints and plug the screw holes using joint compound. And then, let it dry. To hide any traces of your installation, apply 2 to 3 coats and sand lightly between each one until you get a nice, even finish. Measure and mark where the handle is going to go. Mine is going to sit at 36 inches in the middle, 2 1/4 inches high, and 1 7/8 inches wide. Create a cutout using a jigsaw. Insert and install the handle according to the manufacturer's instructions because they may vary. Next, you'll need to reinstall the right-hand section of the door frame that was painted earlier. Close the door to mark the second section of the handle. Take your measurements and mark as you go. Cut the edges to size and use a router to trim the space needed for the lock. Install it and then take a step back and admire your work. Close the door. Install a piece of trim on either side of the door to line it up properly. Then reinstall your moldings around the door. Add a little wood glue around the joints before nailing them in place. Pro tip: leave an 1/8-inch gap all around so that you can apply latex caulking for a better finish. And finally, it's time to paint. Lightly sand your plaster beforehand, and don't forget to wear a mask to avoid breathing in any dust. Once the paint is dry, you're all done. And now you know how to install a pocket door. It's just proof that anything is possible with a little bit of patience and a whole lot of attention to detail. If you like this video, be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and share buttons. And drop us a comment and let us know how your project went. Until next time, have a good one.